Right now, we're going to talk about the Steelers and them hiring Arthur Smith. Them hiring Arthur Smith. My man Nick on TikTok says if Arthur Smith will utilize the weapons like he didn't do in Atlanta, we have a top 10 offense. Well, let's pump the brakes. Let's pump the brakes. Who's going to be the quarterback? That would be number one. Okay? So before we start talking about top 10 offense, let's talk about who the quarterback is going to be. So that would be the first thing. So the second thing is hopefully he decides that, yes, I need to utilize all my weapons. That literally got me fired from my head coaching job in Atlanta. And everybody is telling me, well, I don't know what you're talking about, B. He was great as an offensive coordinator in Tennessee. He made Tannehill look great. I said, pump the brakes on that. Derrick Henry made Tannehill look great. So what he did was run the football. And yes, their offenses were efficient. That's because Derrick Henry was running that football and the play action looked absolutely insane. Guys were wide open. The Steelers have had problems running the football, number one, because the offensive line hasn't been very good. It got a hell of a lot better the second half of the season this year. Hopefully it can continue. So the Steelers need a quarterback before anything. Don't talk to me about baby hands Pickett. I don't want to hear it. Baby hands Pickett is not the answer. And I know people are going to say, oh, come on, B, give him a chance. We did give him a chance. Number one, baby hands Pickett is injury prone. That's number one. He's been hurt. He got hurt this year. He got hurt last year. Different year. If you said that Lamar Jackson was injury prone and we say Joe Burrow is injury prone, can't we say Kenny Pickett is injury prone? He's played 2 years. He's been hurt both years. So we need a quarterback. That's number one. People keep saying we got to draft one. No, I don't know if the Steelers need to draft a quarterback because the Steelers are built to win now, except for the quarterback position. Do we want to wait on another rookie? I don't think you do. Russell Wilson may be available. Kirk Cousins may be available. At some point, the Steelers got to get into the 21st century of NFL football. They got to go pay a high price free agent that didn't come from within the organization. At some point, the Steelers got to decide that they want to dabble into that. It can't just be signing our own guys all the time. It can't just be that. Every now and then, it's fine if you develop and then you sign him. TJ Watt comes to mind. We traded for Mika Fitzpatrick, but that was after his rookie year. I get it. We've got some really good homegrown guys. But at some point, they have to go sign a free agent. Somebody in TikTok, the E, said Cousins is garbage. Hey, my man, you got to watch more football if you think Cousins is garbage. Go watch more football. So that's what the Steelers, at some point, they got to go sign a big name free agent outside of signing their own. That's all I'm saying. And if we can find a quarterback, Mason Rudolph is a good backup, people. He did his job, but he is not the answer. So we got to figure that out. Baby hands is not the answer. I'm sorry. Baby hands Pickett is not the answer. Injury prone. 6 touchdowns last year? 6. And I know you guys think I'm lying. Go look it up. He threw for 6 touchdowns in 11 football games last year. Now, I know you're going to say that Matt Canada is the problem. And he was the problem. There's no mistaking that Matt Canada was an issue. But don't tell me that Matt Canada was the only issue on why you didn't trust to throw the ball down the middle of the field. That was you. Because as soon as you came out of the game, we put Mason Rudolph in. Mason Rudolph's throwing the ball down the middle of the field. Imagine that. So, what's it like being worse than the Browns lately? Well, how are we worse than the Browns? I mean, describe how the Steelers are worse than the Browns. They played twice this year. They split. The Browns went to the playoffs and got their head beaten in, where the Steelers played a good game against Buffalo. So tell me again how we haven't been. And last year, how good were the Browns? So it's just, Browns fans will say anything. They were screaming at the top of their lungs at the beginning of the season, just screaming that the Steelers were going to stink and they were going to be so much better. And here we are at the end of the year, and you're not better. And only a Browns fan would say that. Now you're coming in here and lying. I'm not a Browns fan. You're lying. You're lying. And nobody wants to hear any different. So, but to say that the Steelers are worse than the Browns, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, man, Arthur Smith, back to him. It's better. It's better, I guess. But I'm gonna have to see it. Because Kyle Pitts, I mean, just was not utilized at all. For absolutely no reason. Even Bijan Robinson, for some reason, they used him at the beginning of the season. And then from about game 5 to about game 14, we'll use him sparingly. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's crazy. So it's an upgrade for sure. It's an upgrade. What's going on, Jaden's Jersey? What's happening, my man? It's definitely an upgrade for the Steelers. But we'll see. I just don't trust. I don't trust it. Prove me wrong. I'm a much better person. I can see better than I can hear. Prove me wrong, Arthur Smith. Because at this point, Mike Tomlin, this better work. This better work. Because if it doesn't work, I don't want to hear it. If it doesn't work, I don't want to hear it. I love what Art Rooney II came out and said. The playoff drought needs to be over. Not winning a game in the playoffs, this is 7 years in a row, that needs to be over. So I love it. I love it. So I think that's that saying it in itself, and how they waited, and they still are waiting to give Tomlin an extension. Will it be a big extension, or does he get 1 year? If I'm Art Rooney II, I say you can have a 1-year extension, Tomlin. I need to see something different. If I don't see something different, I'm sorry, your services are no longer required. And I know everybody's going to come for me. I know everybody's going to say, what are you talking about? They've never had a losing season. Look, having a never have a losing season, that's a record that does mean something. It does. But if you can never turn that into any type of playoff success, then who cares? That's all I'm saying. Who cares? So, and it's not like that, Tomlin, we haven't squandered opportunities. I mean, we had the best offense in the league, and we couldn't win a playoff game. Big Ben, Antonio Brown, Juju, Le'Veon Bell. We had the best offense in the league, one of the better offensive lines in the league, and we couldn't win a playoff game. So we'll figure it out. Hopefully, we will figure this out. I'm excited. I am excited. So, but like I said, you got to show me. You got to show me. I want to see it. So, over on YouTube, my man Austin, what's going on, Austin? He said Cousins is good, but not a Super Bowl quality QB. Why waste cap space on a QB who's not Super Bowl caliber? I don't know if you can say he's not Super Bowl caliber. Now, granted, he chokes in the big moments. And you know how I am about the big moments. So, but I know he was playing outstanding football this year. Before he got hurt, he was playing outstanding football this year. And Minnesota's roster was bad. Let's not kid ourselves. It was bad. And he single-handedly was keeping them in the race. So, but I don't know. I don't think that you can just go into the season saying Kenny Pickett is the quarterback or Mason Rudolph is his competition. If you're trying to win, you got to upgrade, man. Hey, Kenny Pickett, you want to win the job? Go beat out Russell Wilson. You want the job? Go beat out Kirk Cousins. You want the job? Go beat those guys out, and you can have the job. But until we see you do that, you don't have this job. Hell, if we're just being honest, he wouldn't beat out Mason Rudolph. If Rudolph was given an honest opportunity, Baby Hands wouldn't have beat him out. So let's move on, though. I'll talk about the Steelers all day long. I could talk about the Steelers and their ineptitude all day long at the quarterback position. I don't want to bore you guys.